And so we reported back to the president and the board of the Gold Board, and we commenced discussions with the refinery about how we can get the refinery to work. Because it didn't make sense to us as government that we will have such a critical asset in our country, and yet 99.9% of all the gold we export out of our country, whether it is small-scale gold or large-scale gold, is exported in its raw form.
3.5 a reduction and eventually elimination of historical purity losses occasioned by the export of raw gold and the valuation of the country's gold export soon be a thing of the past. Not just a sa ka tutu die ka just ka yen ya boka all because say who the gold dey call a raw na ade a raw de and in some kwa na eba be makura ko raw a wan kwanyema na just say obetopo so tu enti the same raw kro na ye dey kono emfa so bi amre enti wo de kogodura say na de we say ya na de bae. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, the President of Ghana, my president, your president, our president. Papa ne kayena omwa Sammy Gyamfie ni the gold board. Finally, Ghana ebe refining onwa ni gold. Kai say yenya the Vice President Jane Nana Poku Agyeman. Maame no ka say oh. Ya yesa achedodo. Adenti na ikoko na the raw, near the co gold raw near the co. Ya ne saa ma baby aduru no ani ye nyan. Eya ye time. Enti ese ye refine ye good. Ese ye koko no ye timi ese sand kakra every the raw state. Na ye bia chocolate bi ani ya bi ne ye. Na so dia kwama no ne. Se de be ye export ya ni bo be du. Na price na ebeba no sika ne be ye bocho. E de ma Ghana na e fi se na we ne possible anya possible. Sana Sammy Gyamfie cookie something. Wa cookie na adwen no aben. As a jollof no we Ghana jollof the rough. Na nini na ne say papa no odi akrante bi ni jollof na aye nti no wudi a wo be me rough. O say Ghana gold a free and erekro on the 1st of February 2026 Ghana be refining the gold our Ghana ha Gold Board any company your friend Gold Coast Gold Refinery ana akabom abe partners and Ghana yenye gold in a week about 1,000 kilograms of gold, which is about 1 tons of gold, 1 metric tons of gold, and every week bia Gold Coast Gold Refinery eba be hu adwumade Ghana na Sammy Gyamfie our Chief Executive Officer at the Gold Board. Papa na anu ate na anu awo anu wesa oto ne bo ase kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ de be a opposition jandam ne setting bia mam emeba because na anu ye 214 million dollars IMF say is by mistake say o ma chedo say no person cause confusion and chaos and mayhem our Ghana had ya yet one o say hey na say Bank of Ghana ni gold bofu yo mabaka 240 million dollars ai na kodo opon kroma ni MPP ene National Press Conference Party na me kai Ghana for na eka o say na Sammy Gyamfie no say na ote say ye kan say kawe e beba Sammy Gyamfie be deny amfa na no ye tiwa na I me for say ba bi obo say hey jandam ne set is na amfa o say oh de kan ni en ka say e ye ka o enye loss o but the can say a operational cost and say mubuwa the first statement loss and I'm kind a loss muka say ka and MP before running with that narrative na Ghana for business Ghana for you such show now the same Gold Board now providing over 10 billion in revenue Ghana no ama na yesidi aye champion ata macho man and nantia na cheki and man who na no frefren no and that same city na no and abuama Ghana ye full price akọ form no mo say e the loss aba dina ye confuse na say na beba de say kai wo akiri badi na tu atwa the Sammy Gyamfie say this time around enye ye nkosua kokom bia na akoye na nkyera ngwa na ba say Bawa Company Limited ana we aggregator ana Sammy Gyamfie na akɔfa no na NDC fo di sika ɔso mpɛn komo bɔne enti komo panko na ɔbɛba kyerɛ Ghana fo nti ɔse since April gold was starting the adwuma no mo yɛ adwen sɛ ɛyɛ dan a Ghana have to refine its own gold our Ghana ha because currently before say omo Gold Coast refinery for ebehia no na omo gold no called Dubai India no makwa refine me say wa look see this ningwase akwaba aningwase we emfata ye enti omo say April mu no omo say asese omo hwehwe no mo ko gold board Gold Coast Refinery no mo say Gold Coast Refinery for yi adwuma yi omo timaye per omo akade machines wo omo disposal no the entire West Africa the Sahara Africa ne de obi ani ho or the largest refinery Gold Coast Refinery and I say and yene mo na be adwuma yene mo na e ba be adwuma nti mo ntate mo boot na mo ntate mo belt no na mo ye pampampa e ba be adwuma eti eye afei in 2026 ana abroa amapoma so amodi asifo se gangarangai enti ze nante na abroa betima cheki ne to pa no nante koti o se nante ni mu no je ba be enie Gold Coast Refinery in every 1 week biano about 1,000 kilogram of gold and I say 1 metric tons of gold ana Gold Coast Refinery every na what 1 week bia o me refine e dey ama the gold board enti je say no say na first ne ton gold ba ko eye ne raw state and I say ye boka eko Dubai ana India eko refine gold ka ye boni na no sa cost no pa ya te e dey free ho enti locally ana say e ba refinery na enti ebe ma Ghana ya nyesika more I say you are not talking when a problem sending raw product to outside world na de bia no amko refinery bia na aba kai say gold board kro ya no mo ye nsankyerene beduru ho but before that way any insema Sammy Gyamfie kan ye to ne boase ekyirechire mu na owie ye no enyo no nkwa ne kasa ye Gold Coast Refinery for so kasa ye na the grand friends refinery for so abeka Gold Coast Refinery one brofo no minim de ntia bibia dis broni bam abrofo no e ba beboa a make sure say refinery no bibia betima kwaso na adwuma na Ghana ye pe no o metima ye ne se de se na efata e de amaye edi both gold board Gold Coast omina eto mo boase chirechire mu the entire this partnership is very necessary e de Ghana ye kanko.
Ladies and gentlemen, when His Excellency appointed me sometime in January of 2025 to head the then PMMC, now Ghana Gold Board, his instructions were very clear. And one of the key things he instructed us to do was to ensure that we move Ghana away from extraction to full value optimization through value addition. And so under his instructions and the direction of my minister, Honorable Kaysil Atoforsen, would have loved to be here, but couldn't make it due to circumstances beyond his control. We visited Gold Coast Refinery on the 9th of April 2025. And when we went to Gold Coast Refinery, we were shocked at what we discovered. We found out that Ghana has the largest gold refinery in the sub-region. That is Gold Coast Refinery. Sadly, this refinery was being underutilized and was operating far below its operational capacity. The state of affairs that I witnessed firsthand was very troubling. And so we reported back to the president and the board of the Gold Board, and we commenced discussions with the refinery about how we can get the refinery to work. Because it didn't make sense to us as government that we will have such a critical asset in our country, and yet 99.9% of all the gold we export out of our country, whether it is small-scale gold or large-scale gold, is exported in its raw form. Then commenced the drafting of an agreement between us and Gold Coast Refinery, which agreement has gone through rigorous scrutiny by the governing board of the Gold Board and our sector minister. Now, this agreement, which we'll be signing a few moments from now, is going to ensure that up to 1 metric ton of gold, in other words, up to 1,000 kilograms of gold that is exported by the Ghana Gold Board, will be refined here in Ghana at Gold Coast Refinery every single week. And what is even more exciting about this occasion, and the agreement we are about to sign, is the coming on board, or let me say the bringing on board of Rand Refinery by Gold Coast Refinery. As I've already indicated, Rand Refinery is the only LBMA accredited refinery in the whole of Africa. Another exciting thing about this agreement is that every bar of gold that will be refined by Gold Coast Refinery and exported will bear a hallmark that will have Gold Coast Refinery, Ghana Gold Board, the Ghana Standards Authority, and the Bank of Ghana's emblems. That is also very, very refreshing. But even more exciting is the fact that we are not some strangers who are going to be refining our gold at Gold Coast Refinery, but we are part and parcel of that refinery. In fact, that refinery is also ours. What do I mean by that? The CEO and chairman, and I must say the board of the Gold Coast Refinery, has been gracious enough to give the Republic of Ghana a free carried interest of 15% in Gold Coast Refinery. And the Ghana Gold Board is proud to hold that free carried interest of 15% for and on behalf of the Republic of Ghana. And this is a certificate that has been issued to us as evidence of this 15% free carried interest.
Build world-class gold refinery in Accra to serve Ghana and the sub-region. We confidently say that our journey was born from the vision of His Excellency during his first term as the President of the Republic of Ghana. The Gold Coast Refinery was completed and commissioned by him in November 2016. Gold Coast Refinery is modern, fully equipped facility that meets international standard. It has the capacity to process up to 100 metric ton of gold per year. 99.5, 99.99, and 999.99. We hold the necessary licenses to refine gold from ethical and responsible sources, including those approved by the Ghana Gold Board.
So what is Rand Refinery? Like you've heard many times, Rand Refinery is the only LBMA refinery on the continent of Africa. Today, we stand ready to support the aspirations of the government of Ghana for local refining. And that is only possible through our partnership with GCR, together with the Gold Board, to assist and enable and support the sourcing of LBMA good delivery, responsible material within the ecosystem. And I think that's an imperative. And everything I've heard from the colleagues that spoke before me resonate with Rand Refiners. It resonates with our ethos, especially what the CEO of the Gold Board has mentioned: local refining, sustainability, responsibly sourced gold. This, to me, is not about achieving a destination. It is a journey that we all are going to walk together. I think we all share the common goal, and that common goal is sometime in future to achieve LBMA accreditation for a local refinery in Ghana.
It hasn't been easy, but today they have made it possible. We want to commit ourselves to say that whatever it will take for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to play its role to ensure that this journey that we have started today brings the fruits that we all desire to achieve.
The solution that we thought that we required to ensure that LBMA accreditation happens in Ghana is this journey that we have begun today. We believe that definitely if that gold board was getting into other refineries that were not LBMA accredited, then we could use that gold to get the stock that would enable the Gold Coast Refinery and other refineries in Ghana to be able to start the process. And the partnership with the Rand Refinery is the solution for it. I think this is a major step that we have taken in our country, and I believe that our forebears will be happy with us that this has started.
And the benefits that will accrue to the country are enormous. More and more will be recorded as far as the exports are concerned, and then the proceeds from the exports. So we are very, very happy to have you here. We are prepared to support you, and please let us be very, very happy and congratulate Sammy Gyamfie.
Eti Sammy Gyamfie akasa. Me lawyer akasa, me judge akasa ti me new bia. Abansa yefue wani Sammy Gyamfie akasa wie no. Eti me nkyerɛkyerɛ hwi mu na mmom no de aka the benefit of the Gold Refinery Agreement between the Ghana Gold Board and Gold Coast Refinery. Now, benefits, number one. Wait, Sammy Gyamfie sano, nyame sano. Chama kasa wi timichichim keke. First ever local gold refinery agreement between the government of Ghana and a local refinery for value addition to the country's precious minerals. Listen to you. Point number one is 10. First one, first ever local gold refinery agreement between the government of Ghana and a local refinery for value addition to the country's precious mineral. Let me say, Ghana yabako sem ebinsi da one and only nti yeka ever. Asise Ghana aban eko into agreement and a local refinery. So obiti Ghana ha ese gold no obeti ma polish no asesa na fi raw state mu akoti bia fufu mu abeboa ama Ghana enfasode aba gold mu mo amaye no first time ebesi nie. Point 2, millions of dollars in refining charges which will have been paid to refineries in Dubai, India and Hong Kong, Switzerland and other foreign countries will now be retained in Ghana's economy. That is sika millions of dollars. Millions of dollars are. Maza, I just got to Ghana citizens. You say more 10 million Ghana citizens. Samai, you say one entire generation in Mabrabo. This is one who ye, Namu say to Sika, and yes, I'm a tam. And he or say first no Ghana say yemre, say you very funny good, and send a quack tono. You be either Dubai, Hong Kong, Switzerland, India, Abba. Well, light a lie, nay, bre. Now, there's a size can be wasted. Flight, they be call go there, they call security. I see a pay because we have mistake. Now, confirm Hajaki was a cash, and also Ghana, you go explain, sir, you go explain tire. Now, we have percentage was a crop for that. Now, also, I call a crop for young Oboa, Obo best with nature, and you buy a bit, everybody bet you wet. Or since I can a protected good, Echo Refinery. Size can in a Rebecca Ghana economy in the economy move by yet there. Point 3, several direct and indirect jobs to be created, particularly as the refinery will be operated 24/7 under government 24-hour economic policy. Can I say the 24-hour economy no? Say ye kickstart ya and no Anna for instance Sammy Gyamfie, the chief executive officer, Edema Gold Board, the Gold Board, omo board ni na no. Adia too much penny say no. Yeah, we verifying 24/7, 247, 24-hour economy. Say anopa wie numera najo, anaju de suo mu na egusu. I refining. Say go do your neighbor no. Now refining, and that's the reason why we believe you say 1,000 kilograms of gold and also 1 metric tons of gold every week. Biano this particular company friend Gold Coast Refinery ebetimi eye de amaye. Point 4 increased tax revenue for the country as the refinery that has been redundant in the last 9 years has finally come alive with up to 1 metric ton of gold refinery per week. Now there's a company, not just them dead and gone. They were not alive, no more because 9 years ni. Not just one paja muti and paja. Or mother say come crown or more than come. Eti Sammy Gyamfie say after so mo notices say na sa resources we next we say kwa. Yes, we are starting a gold board. Meaning say ente ye paper aggregators omo tia 1 ni tia 2 ni tia 3 for omo di gold beba. Omo go to gold in the brey we are gold ni is a go refine no other countries. Ni abo kan pim say no. Ye training na mu dia sa company here ya reviving and ye ma omo adwuma yi. Meaning say ente omo so betwa tax. Omo fa workers. Enti tax and workers tax ya omo fa yi omo twa yi. Ebe Ghana sika ese beba ye conference musu mo. Na adwuma de na edem mo no Canada every 1 week biano 7 good days. And I say I just require 6 days because Sunday ninka Monday to Saturday. And so mutimi ma gold board for 1 metric tons of gold and I say equivalent to 1,000 kilograms of gold. Now annuity 0.5 a reduction and eventually elimination of historical purity losses occasioned by the export of raw gold and the valuation of the country's gold export to soon be a thing of the past. Not just a sa ka tutu die ka just say ka yen ya boka all because say who the gold dey call a raw na ade a raw de and in sem kwa na eba be makura ko raw a wan kwanyema na just say obetopos no tu and the same raw kro na ye dey kono emfa mfa so bi amre ndi wo de kogodu say na de we say ya na de bae I say kuani aton bro back ba ko 1000 Ghana dokunu wura ne ya 1000 Ghana bag back no dokunu do betima ye na eburu 7000 Ghana ndi we emfa so do say ne wenya boya but se bro no na oton dia ne boy fala ene abro bag 500 Ghana still dokunu 7 Ghana 10 Ghana 5 Ghana it mean say the oton dokunu na ono di wa yam wodi aye kenke no ne bo wo soro wa ye banku no ne bo wo soro e chen say wo ton abro no nko anti saa ne ma na ne AC Ghana ye gold kwan no etu atwa ogudu baba yen kan kire no say ekọ emma biu. Point 6 a accurate determination of silver content of Ghana gold's export and possible retention in the country for the local jewelry and fabrication industry. Now the point 6 you know the actually nan say Ghana we say nan say ya started your jewelry shop gold board jewelry shop hey ada menya sika no ho na mefa o and the member no say gold chain bling bling na me nsa me paja and me no kasa 3 seconds me na paja me so e say who's a gold chame and this no me the gold kawa ba ko be ware ma be say 5 go we dey me say mama unti na me to ring you unti jam boko ba me mani Africa said yeah he what inti Ghana gold and why fe inti according to Sammy Gyamfie say your gold gold board jewelry shop no ye be ye gold ye be fabricate gold ye de be ye jewelry afa ni ye kwa ma foforo so ye refinery na de aba carbon kwa ne ye na Ghana ye ye na ye pam ya mana ne da fa gold board jewelry shop ne ye kwa ye de aka ni na wo ho na ze obekọ no kawa chain na chain friend say de odigu ye sen friend say ni na bi ne de say ye nkonkon ye pani ye nkonkon ne de say gold adwuma no ye ni ye pa. Adequate availability of refined gold and silver for local jewelry and forget I can't read that. Point 7 here, adequate availability of refined gold and silver for local jewelries and fabricators of gold and silver ornaments. And the above for aka gold board jewelry for no. Omuna no so betima betobi. Adibi de akwa ye say be a omo ntwan free bro ni bi India ni bi Dubai ni bi mfa ma na omo gold do so no matu omo group. Ana omo de gold bebre ye. Di etu ya de wa ha. Mo amope bi wa haram no. Heya na msabeka no. Point 8. Potential dividends for Ghana through gold board free carried interest of 15% held for N4 and of behalf of the Republic of Ghana in Gold Coast Refinery. And now I'm saying ye ebe nyane omo because omo ye ne omo Jesus Christ into omo pe omo pe. This omo so me omo kwanda ni 15% sika dividends after at the end of the day Ghana ye share say only ewo mu no ye benya 15% of dividend nam say emfaso e beba Gold Coast Refinery mu no sa emfaso kro no eduru afi ne ye cha Ghana aban gold board ebeji mu 15% e the Common Bank of Ghana say monye amomfanto because mo na mo wo ye mo na mo ye papa nom njejapade na eba ese mo nchen ne beda nti 15% ye beji e the free Gold Coast Refinery esu nchen. Point 9 enhance reputation and integrity of Ghana's gold through the elimination of foreign and deleterious substances usually found in the raw gold export. Now there's a bedu we na bu ha na chinidie kakraba as enye ni gold now the buy raw as ehuni ye ti e be check ade as e kede 3 minutes check no obedi me 1 hour or the hwesa so ohun say ye pure gold enye pure gold ndesa na ningwa say ya ba say unyimi ni ana osini na no ye be ye free ho because sa foreigners na ye de koto ye gold ni komo so mo go refine no sa e we delete omu ni na free ho na sa unusual suspect na omode man no ya clear ni na free ho na aboa ma sa gold na exporting raw e ma sa gidie ni asa no sa gidie no ya restore the back. The last point point 10 a fast track process to achieving an LBMA certified refinery in Ghana that would generate higher returns for the country's gold export. Enti ne kura na say Ghana eba bedru empempenso a yebenya certified refinery in Ghana yebetima generate more and more returns. Ne de sika no pudo sika dwet kudi lazen kwacha nini na Ghana yebenya mohomo dodo pa ama Ghana. Enti afei ana Ghana yesidi eba be fel afei ana Ghana ye economy ba be de ene enche press conference this more organize go see what na because Ghana no eba be yefo emu ba be de kai say John Dramani Mahama my president your president odia sempa nabo 24-hour economy papa no ma ya say yen export raw materials enko biu in 2026 or say yebo abra January or marking 1 year in governance okache say the second year no de America to ponko America yebekwa ma obi ntimi nyina ye Ghana ni ba be speed up because first no ye the first year solve issues second year yi odi bedwane gidigidi o same boat in governance enti eno anya start nti go board say odi sika no more e ba be ka Ghana economy no na ene gold board jewelry shop no Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice Dr. Justice Sirimsai ekopiem gold board jewelry shop ema the managing director Edema Gold Board Jewelry Limited Gertrude Emefa Donko maame no eto ne boase de ne fufa mu a kai na say okisa gwede ka so be for so mra shate ka so be for so mra akasefo o so me phone na no say you are welcome o say obake ana say den wozo ana maraba ngoya wate enti wo be so ba be Gold Board Jewelry friends limited na no bra be hwe na tobi na fa kokotu fie omo onema bebre betima to a se dachi gold no bo akosoro na so sika akosoro gold so de na se bibia du no afi na amfo kro hia ne kase nti e de amfo be hia ne more and the Gold Board after say we establishing Gold Board Jewelry friends limited shop no that same Gold Board na ne o say oboa Gold Coast Refinery a omo de yetete din a na yen eye Ghana ne ye din no a Gold Coast no e de atoso a ye Ghana for dia no omo say ene Ghana ye ko jamu shares a 15% dividends ebeje every half years for so ba almost so yeah power almost say omo refine good e Ghana fa my every 1 week bia omo refine 1 metric tons of gold which is equivalent to 1,000 kilograms of gold enya wo de enya wo fe say ne pesa Ghana nko enye say ya o say fantastic sweet and this is what I believe say ya che but it's better late than never. The next one should be cocoa. Cocoa board for some family there, Munsha say refining chocolate, Yensha say wa. Yensha say for cocoa, your cocoa drinks wa. And you can say your cocoa farms go money chocolate grada. Cocoa farm is a ma or money cocoa tea da. They hear so my cocoa no more. We need to start doing all these things here. Cocoa board for team church and with me cocoa, it means say as so one can find your time ni mrene ni so Gold Board for timaya moso mubeti maye For comment to comment section na eya wo dey. Say Ghana from henceforth from 1st February Ghana will start refining on one good. Our Ghana with Gold Coast Refinery. Eya wo dey. Eya wo dey abonsano. Asemi wo dey bonsano. For comment no to comment section na can say eat what. Na we are subscribe, like it. Na share mo unya so enya bihwe. Edi no e ba ko pe Maxi Billian our naked truth will old Oldboga trends macro. Bye bye.